series for a minute. It's going to be, I'm telling you, I'm going to slow roll you. I'm going to take your time. I'm going to treat this like a brisket. I'm going to leave it on the pit for a while. I need you to get this. And so we're going to be on this series for a while. And I want to talk about your divine nature. Notice how I spelt it. Look at it. Divine nature. Divine nature. Will you please see that with me? Divine nature. See, once you understand divine, you understand it's divine. But notice I put first, watch this, divine. I put the natural, then the what? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this. First the natural, then the what? Spiritual. All right, let's go. Let's do this thing now. John 15. Let's have fun. John 15. I want to talk about how to use your divine nature. You're not the old you no more. You are a new creature in Christ. So let's talk about your divine nature. We know about your natural nature. You know what? You hold your head like your daddy. You lean back and laugh like your daddy. You even walk bow-legged like your mama. Right, see, that's a nature you picked up. You didn't do nothing for it. Huh? Think about it. You didn't do nothing for that. Your head shaped like your daddy. Your nose made like your mama. You did nothing about that, correct? Look at your Bible and say, look at your neighbor and say, that's nature. It's just nature. It's just nature. It just came with it. It just came with it. So if you can understand that came physically with it, you can understand that some things going to come spiritually with it. Amen? All right. John 15. Let's do this. Let's have some fun this morning. I love being the Word of God. John 15. John 15, 1 through 8. All right, Jesus is talking. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me does not bear what? Fruit. He takes away. Underline fruit. If it don't bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that what? Bears fruit, he prunes. Why am I going through this? Why is he feel like I'm getting cut? I feel like I'm getting hurt. No, he's pruning. Look at your neighbor and say he's pruning. He's pruning right now because he knows the more that he trims off some bad stuff, the more the good stuff grows. But notice, I want to be very clear about something. Verse 2 says, every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he's still talking about fruit, he prunes, that it may bear what? More what? More what? More what? Look at your neighbor and say, he's talking about fruit. Okay, that's all the Father cares about is fruit. Now watch this. It's very important you get this. You are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. Abide in me. Now, he said he is the true vine. As the branch cannot bear what? Fruit. See, that's all he's talking about. Fruit of itself, unless it abides in the vine. He said in verse 1, he is the true vine. Neither can you unless you abide in me. Now, how many of you know the Bible says in John chapter 1, verse 1, that in the beginning was the what? The Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God. So he is the true vine. He is the what? Word. He's saying you cannot bear fruit unless you abide in me. He is the Word. Therefore, you must abide where? In the Word. Okay? Now, he said once you abide in the Word, you can now bear fruit. Verse 5 says, I am the vine. You are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, bears what? Much fruit. He's still talking about what? Fruit. For without me, he is the word. So without the word, you can do what? You can't do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch and is withered. And they gather them and throw them into the fire, and they are burned. Here we go. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you will what? Ask. Underline ask. Ask what you what? Desire. We won't turn there, but we know Psalm 37:5 says that if you delight yourself in him, he will give you the what? Desires of your what? Heart. All right. So you can ask for what you desire, and it shall be done for you. You got to get this. You got to get this. Look at your neighbor and say, you got to get this. I really mean this. Look what he says. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you will ask. If anytime you asking, you're using what? Using what? Not a trick question. Anytime you ask for something, you're using what? Words. You got to get this now. You can ask what you desire, and it shall be done for you. Verse 8 says what? By this. By what? Look at your neighbor and say, by my words. You got to get this. By this. He say, without this, then you don't get it. Without this, he say, by this, my Father is glorified, that you bear what? Much fruit. So you will be my disciples. I'll read it again in verse 7. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask, using what? Words, what you what? Desire, and it shall be done for you. Verse 8 says, by this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit. So watch this. What he's saying is that he has a divine nature. He's the true vine. The Father is the divine dresser. But he is the true vine. We are the what? Branches. The branches, like my arm, is connected to my body. My body is the true vine. You got it? Now, my arm being the branch, which is all of us, is connected to the vine. Now, whatever is in the vine is also in the... Look at your neighbor and say, do you get that? Do you get that? You got to get this now, because I'm talking about your divine nature. Whatever in the vine is also in the branches. Now, the branches grew out of the what? The vine. Whatever's flowing in the vine, whatever the vine can do. Look at your neighbor and say, you can do this. You can do this now. You can do this. But I feel like I can't. Don't worry about it. It's already in the vine nature. Whatever the vine can do, the branch can do. As long as the branch stay connected to the what? The vine. I'm talking about your nature. Look at your neighbor and say, it's already in you. It's already in you. You did nothing to get this. You just stay connected to the vine, and you'll be able to inherit the nature. But I don't feel like it. See, now you're in the flesh. Get out the flesh and get into the spirit. Get out your natural nature and get into the vine. He said, by this my Father is glorified once you bear much fruit. How do I bear much fruit? By speaking my words of my divine nature. If you understand this, raise your hand. I don't want to leave no child behind. Somebody say, I have a divine nature. Just like you didn't do anything to inherit your physical nature. You did nothing. Well, why that little dude so short? Go find his dad and his mama. Right? He inherited that nature. He didn't pick his height. He didn't pick his color. He inherited. He comes from that. The branch comes from the vine. You understand? He said, by this, by you getting what you asked for, God is glorified. Oh, you missed it. Oh, we love you. Oh, we glorify you. He said, no. He said, by this. Once you get what you asked for, now God is what? Glorified. Once you get it, he glorified. If you ain't got it, he ain't glorified. He don't get it till you get it. You get it? I don't care if you walking, you keep talking about that Buick. You keep talking about that Mercedes. You can be talking about that car. Whatever that is, you keep talking about it. Don't worry about what it looks like in the natural. I'm talking about the spiritual. Look at your neighbor and say, watch your words, watch your words, watch your words, watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them, watch them. Go with Pastor now. I think I'm setting you up now. Watch this. Go with me too. Remember now, all you read in this proverb in John 15 was what? Fruit. Here's what you saw more than anything. Fruit and words. Fruit and words. Fruit and words. Fruit and words. Words and fruit. Words and fruit. Fruit and words. Words and fruit. Words is fruit. Fruit is. You got it? All right, good. Now you good now. Good. Go to Proverbs 18. Go to Proverbs 18. See, you're going to understand that you're going to be able to call those things that be not. Fruit, word is fruit. Fruit, word is fruit. Now, I'm talking about divine nature. Proverbs 18. Very familiar passage. For those who ever read your Bibles before, it's a very familiar passage. Proverbs 18, verse 20 and 21. You're going to love it. I need you to get this. No matter what your situation may look like, I don't care what it look like. I'm going to put something on it. I'm going to use my word. When man was stuck in sin and there seemed to be no way out, God sent his word. You're not hearing me. I need to get this in your spirit. I don't care if you ain't got a dime in your pocket. I don't care about that. I'm trying to get you to understand your divine nature. Nature. Oh, wait till we get to that. Because I'm going to show you how you can change nature. Proverbs 18:20. Look what it says. A man's stomach shall be satisfied. Now, your stomach is not so much your belly. It's whatever you intake. Not this, but this. Whatever you feeding it. Huh? Look at your neighbor and say, watch what you eat. Watch what you eat, baby. Watch what you eat. Watch what you eat. Mess go in, mess come out. Huh? Good come in, what? Good go out. Huh? So it says a man's stomach shall be what? Satisfied. From the what? Fruit of his what? From the fruit of his what? So we know fruit and mouth goes together. We just learned John 15 that fruit is words and words is fruit. And what comes out of one's mouth? Words. Words create what? Fruit. Another word for fruit is produce. Y'all not ready. You're still asleep. You're still in your summer vacation. Huh? Look at your neighbor and say, I'm about to go in the produce section. I'm not going over in the meats. I'm going in the produce. Oh, you missed it. Your words produce things. Yeah, but it looked bad. Keep speaking it. Keep what? Producing. You're not hearing it. I'm going to praise him in the good time and the bad time. David says again, for the blessing of the Lord shall what? Continually be where? In my mouth, because I'm going to produce some fruit. I'm weak. I feel like I'm going through so much. I'm so tired. You ain't eating. Ain't this the same man that says that again, David encouraged what? Himself. He wouldn't worry about nobody else feed him. He fed himself. How did he do that, Pastor? By his own mouth. He ate till he was what? Satisfied. Oh, I'm going to get that job. Regardless of, ain't nobody high. Everybody laying off. Whatever. I'm about to use my divine nature. Oh, I'm going to get that car. I'm going to get back in school. I'm going to graduate. Oh, I'm going to get that house. Oh, I'm going to get married. Oh, I'm going to have me a child. I don't care what it looked like. I'm walking by faith, not by. Come on, church folks. How many times we all got tripped up and worried about what we saw? He's going to be satisfied by the fruit of his own mouth. Watch this. Next verse says, from the what? Produce of his what? Lips, he shall be what? Filled. What you producing? From your own mouth. What you saying? I'm not saying you understand. No, you don't understand. I just lost my car. You'll get another one, keep producing. That one's ragged anyway. Stayed in the shop. You hated it. He did you a favor by letting him come take it. I'm just being honest. Yeah, but I lost my job. You hated the hours anyway. You worked every weekend. You could never go to church. You ain't like that job. No way, be honest with you. Now you're just scared. You focus on your physical nature, and you have yet to use your divine nature. Are you getting this? Verse 21 says what? Death and life are in the power of the what? And those who love it will what? Eat of his what? Ooh. Words is fruit. Fruit is word. Words is fruit and fruit is word. Look at your neighbor and say, watch your words. Look at your neighbor and say, you're going to have some spoiled fruit. Watch your words. What are you saying? I don't care about what they saying. What you saying? What you saying about your life? What you saying about your business? What you saying about your marriage? What you saying? Jesus say, who the people saying? Well, some say you John the Baptist. Some say you Elijah. He said, yeah, but who you say? Look at your neighbor and say, what you saying? Yeah, what you saying about the situation? What you saying about it? People say all the time, God get the last say so. Yeah, only after you say it. He can't come in agreement with nothing until you say it. What are you saying? I'm talking about fruit. Remember that whole John 15 was all about what? Fruit. He wants you to bear fruit. And he ain't glorified until you get what you ask for. You can't get what you ask for unless you're asking. You can't ask for nothing unless you're using words. What are you producing? I'm talking about your divine. 2 Peter chapter 1. 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 2 Peter. Those who don't know, it's at the back of the Bible. 2 Peter. James, 1 Peter, then 2 Peter. You're going to love this. 2 Peter chapter 1. Verse 2 through 4. You're going to love this. Look what it says. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 2 through 4. Grace and peace be multiplied to you in the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. I'm going to say this again. Grace and peace be multiplied to you where? In the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. So you're able to multiply your grace and your peace once you learn more about God and our Lord Jesus Christ. Did you get that? He says, here's what it means. When you get saved, you get grace and you get peace right then. You say, well, how do I multiply it? Learn more. Learn more. Learn more, know more, study more. Be around more. Spend time with more. Are you with me? That's how you get more. More in, more out. Little in. Watch this. Watch this. Grace and peace be multiplied to you in the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. Verse 3, love it. As his what? As his what? As his divine power has given to what? Stop right there. His divine power has been given to what? Us. Told you, whatever in the vine, the branch got it. The branch got it. Look at your neighbor and say, you got it. That's what we say, but I don't feel like it. It ain't no feeling. It ain't no feeling. It ain't physical. It had to be a physical to be a feeling. This is your divine nature. He has given us, his divine power has given to us what? All things that pertain to what? Life and what? Godliness. Watch this. Through the knowledge of him who called us by glory and what? Virtue. Watch this, verse 4. You're going to love it. By which have been given to us exceedingly great and precious what? Promises. Stop right there. He's given us great and exceeding promises. You got to get this. They are what? Promises. They are what? Promises. They are what? Promises. Now, most folks don't know what a promise is. A promise is always something future. You tell your kids, you clean your room up today, maybe Friday I'll take you to Chuck E. Cheese. It's a promise. His words are promises. In this Bible, there's roughly 7,000 promises that God has given us all. It's a promise. You say, Pass, I need $200 if you could help me. I need $200. Watch this. I say, baby, I don't carry cash. I got credit cards. I don't walk around no money. I don't have $200 on me. I tell you what, I think I got my checkbook. I'll write you a check for $200. Now watch this. Believe it or not, a check, these kids don't know about it today, but a check originally was called a promissory note. That's all it is. A check ain't nothing but a what? A promissory note. So in other words, a check ain't nothing but a what? Promise. I didn't give you $200. I wrote you a what? A promise. Huh? Now, let's be honest now. Can I say, we're going to be on this for all summer. Don't worry, we're going to be on this all summer. I need you to get this. Your life will be changed forever. Now, watch this. I wrote you a check for $200. You don't have $200. Not necessarily. You don't have $200 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have $200. But I wrote you a check, a promise for what? $200. Now, based on who I am, and you feel confident that you know I'm good for what? $200. Then you going to already start planning what you going to do with what? See, now you have received my promise, and now you're going to start living by what? Faith. Oh, you didn't hear me? You didn't hear me? Okay, $200. Okay, we're going to stop by, cash this check real quick. I'm going to get some gas. Y'all want something to eat? Y'all come on now. Don't fool me. You already planning, and you ain't got no $200. But you believe what I told you was true. This ain't no bad check here. This is good. Right? Now, once I give it to you, you automatically go into your mode of all the things you can do with that $200. I got it, but I ain't got it. You get it? But I got it. You ain't got no $200. Yeah, he just wrote me a check right here. Who wrote you? Watch this. Who wrote you the check? That matters. Look at your neighbor and say, that matters. See, whoever wrote you the check got to be good for it. Because see, there's a signature line at the bottom here. That signature line simply carries weight. Rest of it just numbers and words. Who wrote it? Whoever wrote it got to be tried and true. Who wrote it? Oh, yeah, girl, child, that check good right there. Now let's say Mark Quayle wrote it to you. Girl, that ain't no check. Girl, you gonna fool around and get arrested trying to cash that check. Why? Watch it. You see, it's the same check. Both of them say Bank of America. Both of them say $200. Both of them got check numbers on it. Everything matches except for what? Oh, you don't hear me now. I should have got an amen better than that. What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? I'll tell you, he got a name above what? Every name. Huh? Who wrote that check? That check is good. The banker bounced before his word was. Oh, he wrote you that check. Oh, child, that's a good check right there. Yeah, his name. So he's giving you his name. He's giving you his promises. And you hold on to that. You hold on to that check. You hold on to that check. Now watch this. It's very important. When you get ready to go and cash that check, you know what you got to take to cash it. You got to have ID, baby. You just can't. Well, I like to cash this. You know, we slide it in there. We ain't got no ID. I like to cash this real quick. Two things they going to ask you. ID, and they're going to say, do you got an account here? No, I don't, but they do. So you got to go. You got to make sure you go to cash the promise where they bank at. See, this is a heavenly check. You can't take that to no earthly bank. Am I talking to anybody? Yeah. This is where he banks at. Yeah, you want cash, you got to take it to my bank. And you got to slide your ID, which means you got to prove who you say you are. You just can't just take somebody else's check, take somebody else's promise, I like to cash that. No. Even if you did, they would have to sign the back and endorse it over to. Look at your neighbor and say, nothing but a transfer. Ain't nothing but a transfer right there. Yeah, you can transfer that stuff too now. That would mean about coming to agreement. You could do that. You could do that. He can give me the promise, and yet you can come to the agreement with me, and yet you can get what I got. The Bible says when Peter pushed his boats off from the shore, Jesus told him to drop his net, and yet he caught a catch he never caught before, started pulling his boat down, right? The Bible says all of a sudden Peter called over his partner to help him out. And the catch did what? Pull their boat down too. Since they came into an agreement with the promise he got, they got too. That's what it means when a promise is on a house, when it's on a family. Once you come in agreement, whatever they going to get, you getting too. Whatever's anointing on one house, you come into that house, you get it too. That's why it's very important you be careful who you come into an agreement with. You with me? So there's promise, and promises ain't nothing but a check. It says here, called us glory and virtue by which have been given to us exceedingly great and precious promises, that through these you may be what? Partakers. Another translation says, write this down, participators. You have to participate in this. You have to participate. Great and precious promises, that through these that you may be partakers or participators of the what? The divine what? Nature. Having escaped the corruption that is in the world through what? Lust. You got to get this. I'm going to break it down because we're going to be done. I got to leave you here. I can give you more scripture, but we'll get that next week. Let me break this down for you. In order for you to activate the divine nature, you're going to have to participate in it. Remember in John 15, he says, fruit and asking and word, fruit, asking and word, fruit, asking and words. He won't do it for you. You got to participate in it. Are you with me? Now, once you're willing to participate, look what he says here. Then you'll receive the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the what? World. Through what? Lust. And you got to get this. Lust is what happened to Eve when she saw the fruit. She had what's called the lust of the. Lust is very important. What that means is too, lust also, his second cousin is called jealous. His third cousin is called envious. And watch out for the fourth cousin called hatred. Here's why. You say, what's that got to do with anything? What does lust and jealousy and all that got to do with anything? Here's why. Because when you see somebody who got something that you feel you can't get, don't we all get mad? It ain't all that. Nobody need all that. No. What the problem is, you forgot about your divine nature, that he's given you all things. Are you with me? The corruption. Look what he says. Once you participate of the divine nature, having escaped the what? The corruption that is where? In the world. I didn't give this to the back. I apologize. The Holy Spirit just gave me this, but I wanted to let you know we're going to be done for the day. The corruption that is in the world through lust. I'm going to show you real quick. The Holy Spirit just showed me how did corruption get in the world, and make sure you understand we're no longer on the world system. Watch this. I get you this. We're done with this. 2 Peter 1, 2 through 4. Go back to the beginning. Let me show you how it came into the world in Genesis chapter 3. I didn't give it to the back. If you guys can find it, God bless you. Amen. Pastor, moving quickly. Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3. And look at verse 10 and 11. I'm done with the message. We're going to be on this your divine nature all summer. It's going to change your life. You'll never be the same ever again. But I got to show you this corruption. Now, notice he says, once you participate with God, you now receive divine what? Nature, which allows you now to escape the corruption. You got it? You did read it, right? But it's the divine nature that allows you to what? Escape the what? The corruption. That's where? In the world. Watch this. This is how it happens. Genesis 3. What did I say? 10? Watch this. He's talking to Adam. So he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid, and I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you that you should not eat? Now, let me be very clear about something. Watch this. What's on a tree? Fruit. See, the enemy was always there. He knew if I could get him to disobey, he won't produce no fruit. This Bible is real, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't talking about that religious stuff. This thing is real. It's real. He know it's real. He know it's real. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree which I commanded you that you should not eat? Then the man said, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. 13 says, and the Lord God said to the woman, what is this you've done? The woman said, the serpent deceived me, and he deceived me. He told me if I ate of that. See, he wanted to hinder her what? Fruit. Y'all not hearing me. Watch it. What's here? Through their disobedience, watch this. Through their disobedience, Cain killed Abel. Okay, watch this. Watch here. Cain and Abel were kids. They came from Adam and Eve. Cain and Abel really was fruit. You're not getting this. It's all about what? Fruit. Remember now, Christ said in John 15, by this, God is glorified. By what? Look at your neighbor and say some fruit. It's all about fruit. What it's all about. God gets the glory. We get the same thing. Hey, how's your daughter doing? Child, she doing good. Just moved to a 2-bedroom apartment, child. Got a new job working downtown. What are you bragging about? Her what? You feel glorified as a parent. Child, I must be doing something right. Watch this. How your son? Well, God, dog. There are some people you see go, oh, dog, I hope they don't ask about that boy. Oh, I hope they don't ask. Because why? He brings me no glory because he brings me no what? Fruit. That's all it is. God ain't got no problem you riding that big car, living in that big house, doing whatever it is. You bring him glory because that was a time you didn't have it, but yet you use your divine nature. You produce fruit. God said, that's my baby right there. That's a bad joker right there. She bad right there. The devil say, I'll get her. He said, no, she going to produce fruit. Watch this. I'm done. Okay, remember now, by you use your divine nature, you are able to what? Escape the what? Corruption. Okay, you see what corruption came in at? Watch this. God said, oh my God. You wasn't supposed to do that. You were supposed to produce that. You went at it physically. You didn't have to go at it physically. You had to go at it spiritually. Are you with me? Watch this. God said, since you did that, you messed up. Watch this. Verse 17 and 18 and 19. And I'm Pastor done. Then to Adam he said, because you have heeded the voice of your wife and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, saying you shall not eat of it. What happened? Curse is the ground for your sake. See, now corruption's in the world now. Here's where it gets tough. Curse is the ground for your sake. In what? Toil you shall what? Eat of it. Now you eat straight toil. See, watch this. Which means if he now in toil, before he messed up, he was out of toil. In toil you shall eat of it. When? All the days of what? Your life. See, going about a physical nature, first thing we think, child, how much that cost? It cost about $300,000. Ooh, child, that'll take me for. See, you go right into that physical nature. You don't even consider your divine nature. Ooh, we better go check out this here. I'm going to go check out that. We ain't like we're going to get it. See, you're going right into your what? Physical nature. Go check it out. Go walk through them model homes and start producing. This would be nice. I think we should have our bedroom out over here. Now, watch this. I ain't got a dime in my pocket. But God had already wrote me a check. I might well start spending it. Okay, so what? Wait, you want the kids' room over here? You want what? Y'all know we can. Look at your neighbor and say, can you see it? Can you see it? What's here? You can't seize it until you seize it. Oh, you need to write that down. You can't S-E-I-Z-E until you S-E-E-S. You can't seize it till you see. We'll be on this all month because you got to have a vision board. We got one in the bathroom. We got one in the kitchen. We got one in the office. We got one everywhere we go, don't we? In the car, everywhere we go, we see the same thing over and over. We pumping out that natural stuff and getting into our divine nature. Get to divine nature. He says, you shall toil all days of your life. Verse 18 said, both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you. and you shall eat the herb of the field. And verse 19 says what? In the what? Sweat of your face you shall eat bread. That means you're going to have to sweat for everything you want in life. But watch this. That's the world nature. I don't have the world nature no more. I got the what? Divine nature. I've escaped this system here. I don't live on this system no more. Watch this. My mind is no longer set on things on the earth, but on things. That's divine nature. We don't live by that. We're not moved by how much it costs. We're not moved by how big it is. We're not moved by how long it takes. How many of you know that one day of favor is worth a lifetime of labor? See, he's talking about here taking a lifetime to get that big house. Child, God will hook you up with somebody and say, you know what? You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need that. Just sign right here. You say, is that it? Look at your neighbor and say, that's it. I done done it, baby. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. One day of favor will change your whole life. But that one day of favor is divine nature. Hey, that's my time. I thank you for yours. Get a load of big hand clap of praise.